Sai Ram. We pronounce at the lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagavan. Dear brothers and sisters, I'm extremely happy to be back once again amidst you for our Sunday talks. Believe it or not, the whole state of Andhra Pradesh knows it, and you too must have known it by now due to long association. My bonds of love and friendship with Sai fraternity is stronger and deeper than with my blood relations. I give priority to Sat Sai organization, working for his mission for 25 years in the state of Andhra Pradesh and 23 years here in Prashanthalayam, only with the intention of participating in his divine mission and nothing else. And in the process I face so many challenges like anybody, but since it is a choice of our own, we have no reason to complain against anybody. And Rome is not built in a day, and the path is not going to be that smooth and soft. Life is not bed of roses. So friends, I really mean when I say that I miss all of you and my Sunday talks. The moment the Sunday comes anywhere, wherever I am, during my long tours in India and abroad, I imagine this in my mind and feel at home. After a long gap, being with you is something like coming back home after some foreign deputation or after some defense assignment working in the border area. So I am mighty happy. Thank you for your gracious presence. I pray for Swami's blessings and your best wishes as well. Both are equally essential. Well, I had been to US and went around different states, visited several areas and addressed devotees, spread over 2 months. The Western world is so busy. Work means work, that's all. And one has to put total effort in that. There's no compromise. Punctuality is the hallmark of their life. 100% success is the target. Therefore, the Western world is highly competitive, efficient and proficient. With the result, they are free only during the weekends. Even if Baba is to visit Western countries, they would say, Swami, we'll meet you on Sunday, weekend, as we are busy on other days. So life is like that. Life is like that. And we are really appreciative of the spirit of their work, commitment and dedication to stand number one in this competitive world. So with the result, I could only spare my weekends to go to different places and talk to people. The first and the foremost happened to be regional retreat organized in New Jersey, the United States, which was organized for about 3 days. Some Pekino Mountains, if I am not wrong, they arranged this regional retreat there, which is about a couple of hours of drive. And it all mountains, thick forest, very cold, and houses dispersed at different places, many tents, and sports areas, because people go there for the weekend to have all the fun. So it is a place of entertainment, place of sports and games, with ample scope to make our children engaged during our period of stay there. So we reached there, but what happened was, sir, Banner sir, thank you very much for your gracious presence. Thank you very much. I was listening to your voice this morning on the local cable TV Christmas program, when you are welcoming all the guests of honor and also appreciating the choir for their excellent presentation on the previous day. Very nice of you to have been here. I appreciate Dr. Pavan for his gracious presence and his wife too. Well, the point is that Piceno Mountains, which are cut off from the madding crowds, is an area selected for our regional retreat. Nice to see the surroundings, glad to see the mountains, wonderstruck with this scenario, but very, very cold. Very, very cold. Simultaneously here at that time, this was a hot oven, this place, almost burnt, and we can collect our skin also. Such hot temperature was there at that time. Total very cold there, diagonally opposite climate, temperature, shivering. Any number of coats, pullovers are insufficient. But all could enjoy my shake dance because I could not stand firm. But it took a long time, 2 to 3 hot cups of coffee to just settle down and to let people know who I am. Adding to that, rain also started. Aha! Well, now anticlimax. But this I am talking in open public and on record. Therefore it can't but be truth, and every syllable I say, I mean. They all said the maximum record registered number of devotees this year, maximum number of devotees registered for the retreat. The record says about 1,300 and odd delegates attended that retreat in New Jersey, which is a record number. The regional president's office bearers tell me that this is the 38th year of retreat. 38th. But they said it is first time that maximum number of people attended. Thanks to Swami. It was also stated that the registration had to be stopped 10 days before the commencement of the retreat over. And they had to tell everybody that registration is complete and one has to make their own arrangements for their stay and food. There is no place that they have to stand outside. Why should I say that? Is it to project myself? I am not of that type. I am dead against also. I am dead against self-projection. Awful. Minus Swami, I know that I am not even worth even a grass blade. I know that. That fact, I get reminded myself as many number of times as my heart beat. So the question of self-praise, self-projection, ego do not arise, because I openly admit everywhere. Why should I say it is maximum attended? Why? Why should I say it's a record attendance? The reason is people are hungering, people are starving for Swami's message. They are very thirsty to listen to Swami message. Somebody to charge them. Somebody to touch their hearts. Not with your scholarship. Not with your memory or skills. Whatever you may do, your talk must touch their hearts. They should feel the presence of Swami. They should imagine themselves as if they are in Prashantalayam. That is the test. Whatever medicine you may take, of whatever brand it is, of whatever company it is, your disease must be cured. Similarly, whatever may be the subject, whatever may be the presentation, it should touch the hearts of the people. They have been hungering, waiting for such an opportunity. This is one conclusion I arrived at. The second conclusion is also this. Accepting here, nowhere silly doubts have been put to me, expressed to me. Here I mean not necessarily this hall, place, the town, the state in general. Nowhere, no silly doubt, no doubting Thomas anywhere. In other words, the faith is deeply rooted there. Nobody asks me, is it true? We hear that. Is that true? How far you know? What about premasai? Nobody put those questions. They are interested now. Because life is in the moment. God is here now. God is existence. God is not the past, nor the future. God is the present. Therefore, I am extremely happy about this feature, that nobody expressed any doubt, sought any clarification on silly grounds. I was very happy about it. And then huge tents were raised at one place. Registration took place. Youngsters participated, many youngsters. I am very happy to see many youngsters. Why? I spent 49 years of service, 49, as a professor in biology. Naturally, I spent all my time in the company of youngsters. When these youngsters attend the conferences, participate in the organizational matters, contribute their own thoughts, work ceaselessly, what joyful thing could it be other than this? It is a promising development because they will ensure the safety and the progress, advancement of the organization in the coming years. Watching the large number of youngsters there, I felt very happy and thanked Swami within. Swami, your organization is safe in their hands. The future is not in question. The future is certain. That's what I felt there. I just move all around, meet people. It has been my life all through. A teacher cannot be like a tiger in a cage unless he is a killjoy and a headache to everybody. Fortunately enough, I am not till this day. So I wish to meet people, say hi to them. I saw a very big pandal where kitchen, food is getting ready on a mass industrial level. Big industry, thousands of chapatis, fried curry, rice, wow, wow, wow. Well, I went and spoke to them. They said, Mr. Anil Kumar, usually VIPs don't visit kitchen. You are the first man to visit this. I said, necessary. Why? Without that wing, you have to starve. You cannot speak continuously and starve. People should eat at least to have energy to listen to you. So it's very necessary, yes. Because I am reminded of Bhagwan Baba, Baba's tour to Delhi. When all the convoy was proceeding in a particular direction, Swami said, turn this way, in a different direction. The people said, Swami, we should go this way. The convoy is leading this way. I know, keep quiet, go this way. So they could not help it, they turned the car in a different direction. Then what happens? All people thought that Swami is in one of these cars, doing namaskar to every car, because Swami may be in any car, because there are 4 red cars. He may be in any red car, so 4 namaskars to 4 red cars, and he is in none of these cars, because he took diversion already. I was there with him, not knowing where he is driving, where he is moving. He went straight to a place where chapatis are under preparation. At the scale of 25,000 chapatis per session. Is it Bhilai steel plant or Jamshedpur or I don't understand. Big hundreds of ladies just doing it manually. I don't know whether they are hands of muzzle or steel or iron, I do not know. If we watch them, our shoulders start paining. They are doing like that, not caring for anybody. You go, chhod do. They are just doing like that. And we group went there with Swami in the front. Nobody looked at us because they were all very busy. Because we are used to a system here where we leave the work and run after his car. We look at him, ask the work to be done by somebody else, claim the credit later. That is our culture. You do the work, I claim the credit. This is our culture here. But there that was not like that. And they were all doing it and nobody raised their head. Believe me, Swami had to say, look here, I am Sai Baba, I have come for you. Self-introduction. Then people started shouting, oh, whoa, 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 and all. Then he made another remark. When all thousands gathered there, thousands of devotees, for my talk and darshan, there in Rai School, Delhi, I have come here for your darshan, you are my devotees, said Bhagavan Sri Sat Sai Baba. Where his work is done, there you find Swami, not any gospel or prophesizing or lectures. His work, selfless work, is most important. He just went round and took leave of them, went different rows, chapati preparations and pans and all that he saw and left. So it's a lesson to all of us not to consider ourselves as a class by ourselves. There is no class in spirituality. Classless society is spiritual. The society with class and caste is normal, usual social community. Here there is no all are same. Ishvara Sarvabhutana. God is present in all beings. No one is superior to anybody. After all, those that know less are more devoted than those people who know most of the information. Because you know less, you will not have many doubts. Yes, you look at the villagers. They are very happy. They are very happy. People from villages, from different districts come here. I was writing an article yesterday for a magazine. I wrote few sentences there. I think you will like it. Many rural people hailing from villages, innocent, ignorant, illiterate people, do lot of work in their respective areas, respective districts. They have families, responsibilities, commitments, but when Sunday comes, it is Sai day. They go and do all service activity. Apart from that, sadhana camps are held for days. These people go there and stay there, leaving their families. Moreover, some service camps are held for days together, for 1 week, for each batch. They stay there. Where? Not by the side of main road, national highway, a Holiday Inn, 5-star, 7-star, superstar hotels. These camps are arranged in remote areas where there are no approach roads, where there is no electric supply, partaking whatever little that is available. They do lot of work there in batches. And like Kumbh Mela, what you call, or Pushkara, lakhs of devotees visit these rivers, holy rivers, like Godavari and Krishna. The Sai Sevadal start working for them from 3 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The work goes on till 10, 11 in the night. They will have hardly 3 hours of sleep or rest, that's all. They work for 1 full month, my friends. It's not an ordinary thing. And such people come here, they sit far behind. Because we are VIPs, we sit in the front. The true workers sit behind. Half of the Kulwant Hall, the last half, meaning behind lions. They are real lions of work. They are real lions of work. They are real lions of devotion. They are real lions of selfless service. They all sit there. I wrote openly because I don't play to the galleries, not necessary. Call a spade is spade. They were all sitting there. And what happens? They have no chance to see Swami in close quarters because they are far behind. They don't complain. They don't grudge. They see Swami's head from a distance. They are very happy. Wherever Swami stops, they think that he stops right in front of them. Whosoever he may talk, they think the Swami is talking to them. That is Gopika Bhakti. That is Madhura Bhakti. That is devotion par excellence. Whereas you and I always feel that he should come close to us and he should give at least a Pada Namaskar, if not a chain. He'd receive my letter review. Sometimes you may not look at me, Swami, but don't look at him. Extraordinary preferences, choices. We want to be seen by him. We want to get into his notice. We want to draw his attention. More than that, others should know that I am close to him. This is our spiritual ignorance. Whereas those people from a distance are very happy. No villager ever complains that he could not see Swami in close quarters. No sincere worker all these years. It only means Sai within works. Sai within grants peace. Sai within grants, bestows upon us the bliss. Therefore they are like that. This is true from what I noticed there, all over New Jersey, the retreat area, people working in the canteen. But from another tent, I saw 2 well-built boys projecting their necks like giraffe. Then I thought something interesting there. They said, sir, please come in. I went there. Jalebis are under preparation. Yes. Jalebi. More than the taste of it, preparation is more interesting. Big pans, boiling oil, they go on doing like that. Circles. Tak, tak. As they are under preparation, the saliva starts flowing like Ganges. Come on, why don't you serve? I was so happy to see. And another thing is, all are happy throughout, smiling, joyful. There is no Shakespeare face. There is no castor oil face. No complaints. How long should I do? How far should I do? I have been doing it for 10 years. So what? You are not doing for me. No claim, no complex. Smilingly, joyfully they are doing. And it is also attended by a number of Spanish devotees, Spanish-speaking people. They are from Peru, Colombia. They also attended that conference. Those who settled around the region, New Jersey. Some of them know me. And I picked up few Spanish words. See? When I started speaking, they were smiling, I was smiling. To the rest of the people, we may look mad, but the rest of the people looked double mad to all of us. What the meaning of joy, you know, after all. When a devotee meets another devotee, can you estimate the joy? They were all very happy. I could meet those Spanish devotees also there. Like that, I went around different places which are getting ready for the retreat. Then I went to the Pendal. A huge Pendal was raised that could accommodate about 15 to 20,000 people with all the chairs, though the sufficient place for singers. A big dais, and the altar is wonderfully decorated, quite equal to the Sai Kulwant Hall. Yes, you feel as if you are in Sai Kulwant Hall, that's all. Same replica, carbon copy. Wow. Where is Swami now? Is Swami here or not? Swami left, where am I? These are the questions here. There they say Swami is here. Swami has not left. Swami is ever with us. Ever with us. What they say. What is devotion? Please let me know. Please let me know. Wherever I go, every time, it is a training process to know how far behind I am when compared to those devotees. How little I know when compared to those people. What a minimal experience I have when compared to those people. That's it. That's why I remain like that. Because you will know what they are capable of. That's really wonderful. And the theme of the conference happens to be form to formless. Form to formless, a serious topic. All over the West, people want you to speak on this, form to formless. Now Swami is formless. Swami was formful. How do you reconcile? How do you travel from the point of formfulness to formlessness? How to reconcile? How to experience? How to understand? What is the reality? Do you have experience? Because some of us can make a theory about it because of our knowledge and bookish knowledge. But straight question, do you have experience? Let me know. These are the questions raised on the topic, form to formless. Very interesting topic, very interesting topic. The topic of the day. Somehow they were very considerate, very generous to have given me sufficient time to speak on that topic, besides answering the questions. And later in the afternoon, they arranged a separate meeting with SSC teachers, Satya Sai Education. My friends, I am not given to flattery or psychophancy, for which I had to pay heavily in different fields of operation wherever I worked. Because I don't pump people, no, I don't do that. Oh, that's my nature, what to do? I am telling you the fact. SSC teachers, Satya Sai Education teachers, 300 teachers, committed teachers, highly qualified teachers attended that meeting, as conference for SSC teachers. Where is Sai now in SSC movement? Where is Sai now in Sai volunteers? Where is Sai now in the hearts of all the devotees that turned up for the conference? Where is Sai now? Right there, right here, then, now and forever. That is Sai. And then later I had a chance to talk to young adults, and then Bal Vikas children, the office bearers, like that. And then the next day, there was question and answer session. What they did was, 3 of us. One is Professor Panchanathan from Phoenix, US, and his wife. She is also a PhD, very intelligent lady. She is the daughter of our Dr. Hema of General Hospital. Wife and husband, highly qualified, yes. Highly qualified, highly resourceful, excellent, good devotees, worthy children of worthy parents. Both of them are professors by their own right. They participated. I was also there. Question answer session. What they said was 1:1:1. He will answer one question, next you answer another question, next she will answer another question. I said, why 1:1:1? Let me make it 1:1, husband and the wife. This one may be dropped. Why? I'm already 70. I'm old, but 70 years young. I may not come under the category of youth, but yet youthful. But it is time. It is time to guide, train, give a chance to youngsters. We cannot be political leaders that I will continue to stay until I die, until I am taken in state honors. It's not that. Let me be there, see how they do it. Note down some points. Tell them, these are the points, my friend, you can improve upon it. These are things, if you follow, you'll be top number 1. These are the hints that I will give you. If you follow, people will run after you. Nobody will listen to me, I know. Because people would like to talk to people of equal age. Naturally. Natural. We were like that at that time. So I see instead of 1:1:1, I made it 1:1. Both of them went. And I was noting points, and towards the end, I added my own note. The bottom line here is this: all of them appreciated it. All of them liked it, because I could encourage other people to participate. Sai Mission is a mass involvement. It reflects togetherness. It demands teamwork, not individual projections or individual aggrandizement, self-praise or self-glorification. It is not a movement at all. So I could see them, and they were all doing a good job. That's the end of the story so far as New Jersey retreat is concerned. But above all, the regional president could send me a mail after month and a half or month and 20 days. Mr. Anil Kumar, you are leaving tomorrow. Let me know how best we can help you. You will be leaving from here, New York, New Jersey. How to help you? Where can we meet? Do not hesitate to let us know. This rarely happens. Because work is done, thank you. Tissue paper culture. Doormat culture. I'm very much surprised for the courtesy, Sai love, commitment. Then I said, I need help. Why? It's a big airport. I got the luggage. That to transit from domestic to international airport. I need some assistance. I'll be happy if you come and give me some assistance. Yes, with pleasure we do it. It's Swami's blessing that we got the opportunity to serve you. They came there. They picked up the luggage. They came up to that point at the international airport. And in the process, this worth mentioning, after all we are human beings. Yes, they brought pulihora, you know, that yellow rice, which is distributed during Sivaratri, prasadam. Hot stuff, very nice. She brought that. As she is opening, the smell is inviting me to finish off the packet as early as possible. And there is curd rice packet. Not simply curd mixing with some extra added masala there. Special preparation, that's what is distributed in temples as prasad. Some biscuits, some cakes, fruits, because 16 hours of journey, 14 hours to eat all the way. My friends, why am I saying this? Is it blowing my trumpet? Is it to give you my program hour to hour? Am I so silly? Certainly not. It is only to let you know the depth of love among Sai devotees. None can ever equal Sai devotees. They are most loving people. By any chance, as ill luck would have it, we are cut off from the main link. It is worst of the tragedies that can ever happen in our life. Because you don't get this set. There may be politics, there may be difference of opinion, but yet there is that bond of love. Tell me where there are no politics. There are more politics in the family now than in the national politics. No father and no son agree on any issue. No husband and no wife ever agree. But they have to live together because of law and the society. So there are differences everywhere. Nobody can say, so no difference in our family. Bogus, number one. Please keep away from such hypocrites. The difference of opinion is the spice of life. That is the way of life. That is the paradox of life. That is the beauty of life. There cannot be a rose without a thorn. Therefore, there may be politics, there may be difference, but yet we are a family. And this family bondage you don't find anywhere. Willingness to help, willingness to cooperate, voluntary service. That's really amazing. Right from local to global areas. Then I had been to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where they gave me the topic on attributes to attributeless. Attributes to, there in New Jersey, form to formless, sakara to nirakara. Here in Milwaukee, the topic is attributes to attributelessness, saguna to nirguna. That is the topic there. And then there is one program there. I participated in the program and they wanted me to convey Baba's blessings for that wonderful occasion of Arangetram, a dance recital program where they kept Swami's picture on the dais. The theme of the dance happens to be Guru Vandanam, coinciding with Guru Purnima. Wonderful dance program where I could have opportunity to share few thoughts. Because the center of attraction, concentration is dance, not my speech. Being a teacher, I know the time factor and the marks allotted for every question. Being a teacher myself, you cannot give long answer to a short answer question. So that also had a good time. And then, as I said, towards weekends I could visit other states. I could go to Miami. It so happened the flights are delayed and I was supposed to reach around 7 o'clock or so, but Miami, I went there at 9:30. Maybe this kind of our culture's delay continued there to make me feel at home. 2 hours delay is the right time according to our standards. So we went there. And see again Sai. It was a working day. People come in the evening after days tired, long work. Having left homes in the morning, early hours, 9:30, 150 people or 200 sitting there. I thought nobody will be there. I am also tired. I went there only to say thank you, Sai Ram, and go home. But 200 people. And with a number of questions, come on, we'll pull your collar, come on, let's see. Because you cannot be hypothetical, fictitious, hallucinating, imaginary in your explanation or in your answers. That should satisfy them, or else not. So the questions were so thought-provoking, it went till 11 o'clock. The audience are exhausted because of 2 hours of delay. I am exhausted because of waiting there and travel straight from the airport to the venue of the meeting without any cup of coffee. But still the session was energetic. This is the proof of the divinity of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. This is the divinity of Sai. Nowhere it happens. If we go to a relative's house, what do we say? I'm tired, meet you tomorrow morning, okay? That's all. I'm tired. Or we'll say, instead of, we don't accept that we are tired. So you are tired by long delay, we'll meet tomorrow. The other polished way of conveying that he himself is tired. So that's how went on Miami, the question and answer session. I was so happy. And from Miami I went to St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands, United States. A small community of Sai devotees, but yet totally committed people. Strong devotees, yes. And quite interesting, St. Thomas is so beautiful, with limited population, with ships and crews in the sea. From every house you can see the ships and crews on the sea, all valleys, mountains and trees. So beautiful to look at it. But if there is paradise to be imagined, if William Wordsworth's poetry is to be made available pictorial in the form of an album, it is St. Thomas, Virgin Islands of US. So beautiful. I had 2 sessions there, one general talk, Sai the model, Sai the model, the role model, Sai the ideal. What do I mean? How ideal he was as a child, how ideal he was as son, as grandson, as a schoolboy, as a teacher, like that, different phases of life where he demonstrated how ideal, how exemplary, how leading role that he played in different facets of life. The next day again, question answer session, and we had very good questions there. And I represent the older generation, because I don't know these electronic gadgets, nothing. I don't know anything whatsoever. Long back I tried some email, and when I was typing, at some stage all the typed vanished. I was sitting there. Swami came and said, how about your computer knowledge? I didn't tell him anything. Then I said, Swami, my computer knowledge is so awful that I typed a few sentences. I don't know where the finger fell, I don't know on which that particular button. Everything vanished, Swami. I got disgusted and closed it. Aha, very good. You know, see, Swami as a parent, Swami as a parent talks now. My children know computers, you know that? There is nothing that they do not know. Yes, Swami. Even primary school children know computers, you know that? Yes, Swami. And then he called one boy. His name is Dilip. He completed his PhD. He is working in the university, in Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore. I am giving these details because it's not on the spot, concocted, developed stories. I don't do that. Everything is subject to verification with the data. Swami said, "Hey, Dilip, come here." He came. "Do you know computers?" "Yes, Swami." "Em telsu inka computer gurinchi neeku em telsu? What else you know about computer knowledge?" "Swami, everything I know." "All things that we can do with computers I know." "See, your teacher does not know." The student knows and teacher does not. Then I said, "Swami, here is the teacher after all 4 decades and a half. Knowledge, earlier knowledge. He is the boy of today. He is the hero of today. Well, I am the hero. Arey, nakrani kusu. Then he said, "You please help him how to do at least email. He is helpless. It seems all things are vanishing. Tell him how to still keep it." That boy came for 3 days and taught me. That is the only knowledge is still remaining with me. So he may have to come again to teach me anything extra, which is not needed right now. Why I am telling you this, at the end of the question answer session in St. Thomas, one lady said, "Anil Kumar, everybody enjoy." I said, "I know." No. The talk is at that time. All question answer sessions are directly sent to UK, where her sister is staying. She could follow whole thing. And she conveys, "We are happy, express thanks to Swami." Where is UK? Where is St. Thomas? How could you do that? How could she know that? I do not want to display my ignorance. I said, yes, thank you, I said. What to do? Sometimes we have to pretend as if we know to maintain our false image. I know that I have no idea. Oh, I said, yes. And then while return, again I came to Miami. They asked me to give another talk and returned. And later I visited certain other places. St. Louis. And there they inaugurated a mandir specially built for Swami. And I had the pleasure of inaugurating that mandir in the name of Swami. We do not do anything by ourselves. I am sure by experience. Why? Long ago, about 30 years ago, Swami sent me to inaugurate a temple, Sai Mandir, in Jaipur, in the state of Orissa. I went there, and garlands, big huge garlands are tied up. Yes, to the nails on either side. Ready. Before cutting the ribbon, I said, "I don't think that I am inaugurating." That is the first sentence. I am not competent to do that. Most of you are far exceedingly better than me. I know the truth. Since you requested and he directed, I came. Let me declare, it is Swami who is inaugurating. Believe me, subject to verification, their devotees are here from Orissa. That huge garland started dancing in either way, tapa, it fell it on the dais. So we, out of ignorance, feel that we are doing. No. He is doing. That is a direct experience. Therefore in St. Louis, in the name of Swami, we inaugurated that mandir, had that brief talk, and then there is a very big auditorium where there is morning session, and then talking to young adults, office bearers, all those things are there in St. Louis. But the funny thing is this, while proposing the vote of thanks, naturally we thank everybody. See, that gentleman said, "My vote of thanks come to a close if only you tell us when you are going to come again." Till now I stand here. What to do? I should tell them the date of my next visit. That really, when people want you to come again, life is worth living. When people miss you, life is worth living. Rather to spend a time amongst people who don't want you, which is miserable and a hell, better we be available to those who want us, who really be benefited by us, whose company charges us with a devotion, whose friendship will make us more and more grow in faith. That's really a blessed trip indeed. Then St. Louis, and then I visited another place, Charlotte, North Carolina, a small center. In that small center, North Carolina, Charlotte, we had 2 sessions, and it was held in a church area. Though it's a small center, a small place, the doctor who is in charge of the center made it a regional level so that all could attend it, to facilitate others also to be benefited. Invitations have been sent round, and many attended that Charlotte, North Carolina session, including many from Atlanta, few from Washington attended that Charlotte session. Very good. And then I had been to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Minneapolis, Minnesota, there we had Baluka's program, and we had a big meeting there. One point which I want to draw your attention is St. Louis, where the meeting is held in church premises. There it is indicated that there is not going to be any picture of Swami, that there is not going to be any chair for Swami, excepting Sarva Dharma symbol, that being a church. They asked me, Anil Kumar, would you mind it? I told them, I am not Babri Masjid type of devotee. I am not a fanatic. I am not dogmatic. Ready, I will come. They said many natives, white people will be attending, many devotees, and many more non-devotees will be attending. I said, welcome. I went there. But thanks to my alma mater, the erstwhile Christian college, where I studied, where I worked, 30 years of association with Christian missionaries helped me to develop the topic along the biblical lines, biblical message and the gospel, in a Sai style. We don't repeat in verbatim because we will be nowhere in front of those people, the fathers and the nuns who are committed to Christianity. When compared to those people, where are we? Nobody. But the only thing I did was put it in a Sai style, mixed with Swami message. When Christ said, love thy, Bible says, love thy neighbor as thyself. Swami goes one step saying, love all, sarva. Like that, take quotations and develop that. Oh yeah. And then at the end of the meeting, people come and say, who said the extra things? This man did not simply say from the Bible, he added something extra. Then I said, just a minute, because that's sent in a chit. Where from you got these extra things? Then the cat is out of the bag. They're all the teachings of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. They were very, very happy. And then with the result, they have taken the venues and the service activities of Sai centers, and they said, we are eager to participate because now we come to know that Swami represents unity of religions. We spoil that spirit by making it too ritualistic, too much religious. But if we make it common, general, universal, it will be very thrilling and exciting. That's what Baba really wanted his organization to be. Therefore, the Minnesota also has been very well. Then I came to Dallas, the Texas, Guru Purnami is very close to that. And some people, there are many temples there abroad. You know, you should excuse me, subject your verification. You can verify, because my life, just open book, you can verify. Nothing is secret here. I made one statement. When the hall is full, auditorium full, on that day of Arangetram, the dance performance, this is what I said. Indians are better Indians outside India. Because if you go to cities like Delhi, Calcutta, Bombay, Hyderabad, they are least Indian. Your Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, and the Doomsday. They are abroad, these Indians. They train their children, classical music, dances, temple visiting, more temples, very clean, very silent. So therefore, we are better outside than being here. But all are first not privileged to be outside. What to do? Now and then, by visiting, at least we know where we stand. Where we stand. And it's a temple of Devi, goddess. They said, would you come and talk to us? Why not? Sir, they are not Sai devotees, they are Hindus. Who said there are no Hindus in Sai fold? Who said? Sir, if you don't mind, why do you think I mind? We know how to adjust. We are teachers, you know. We are teachers reading the minds of students. We know how to put it. My profession is that. If you see, if you go to some goldsmith, he does it very well. You can't compliment him. His profession is that. In my case, my profession is that for last 4 generations. The whole family is full of teachers. Great-grandfather, grandfather, mother, father, all are teachers. There are more of teaching genes in the body than any biological DNA molecules. What am I to do? So I know. So I went to that goddess temple and Guru Purnima was approaching. Then I was Sai projection. Speak from the Swami's way. Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati are not 3 goddesses. Durga represents the power. Lakshmi represents the wealth, the fame, the name, the reputation, health, family well-being. Saraswati represents intellect, judgment, wisdom, knowledge, discrimination, discretion. Durga, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. They might not have heard this interpretation. Because who can say these things that nobody knows? It is Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. He alone can say that. Because there are temples for each goddess. There are devotees for each of the goddesses. There will be some election and fighting also. What to do? If you go to that god, your wishes will be fulfilled. But if you go to that god, only 50%. Oh, I see. Market value. These are things. But there is only one who establishes harmony, unity, synthesis, underlying divinity. That plurality and the multiplicity is only outward, external, pravrutti. But the inner undercurrent of nivrutti, inward, is unity, that is divinity. And then you have got Triloka Sundari, Tribhuvana Sundari. Who are they? The most beautiful lady in all the 3 worlds? Where are the 3 worlds first of all? Let us visit them. There are no 3 worlds. One is physical body, other is subtle body, third is the causal body, 3 worlds. Tribhuvaneshwari. Trilokeshwari. Where are the 3 lokas? The waking state, dreaming state, and the deep sleep. Who explained all this? As they are my own? Anil Kumar is not capable of speaking on his own till now. That's all borrowed literature, straight from the mouth of Bhagavan. Because this has been exercised that I've been doing for the last 43 years. So I could repeat, they felt very happy. And the priest said, sir, we had Guru Purnima celebration all these years. Some people come and speak some slokas and go. Very few people come and go, but your present is novel. I said, I am from latest God. You must have heard people talking to you about antique, archaeological, historical. But update, latest God, such as Sai Baba, therefore it's like that. Market was the latest, the older things are not known. I was very happy. And there is another guru, and his Sishyas are celebrating Guru Purnima there. Mr. Anil Kumar, would you come there? I said, why not? Sir, he is another guru, so what? He may be your guru, but not to me. I'll speak about my guru to your guru and to you also. Okay, understand? So I went there. There we find Baba's picture, because their guru is his disciple of Swami. And all his disciples were there. And we were speaking about Swami only throughout. Therefore, the thread of Sai, that undercurrent of Sai, that energy of Sai engaged me 2 months that I do not know how time lapsed, just flew like that. But I repeat once again, I missed you all Sundays and our togetherness, our association and our friendship. This in brief. But before I conclude, I should tell you, because I may forget. Some of the questions are bothering my friends. What are they? One, form to formless, which I said. Second question, Prem Sai. And the third question, why most of the celebrations are Hindu based? Why most of the celebrations are ritualistic? Why? Number 4, what are the plans for the future? What is now going on in Prashantilayam about the number of devotees? About the celebrations. These are the questions that we face. But water may come out of the tap, but we don't thank the tap. The water is coming from the tank. Anil Kumar is the tap through which the water of answers flowed continuously in response to their questions, for which I thank Swami. They'll all be made available in the website. I thank you very much for your gracious presence. Thank you. We'll meet again next week, same day, same time. Thank you. Sai Ram. Sai Ram. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Sri Satsai Baba Ji ki. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Sri Satsai Baba Ji ki. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Sri Satsai Baba Ji ki. God bless you. Thank you.
Be always happy, 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 happy.